Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I have already unboxed this wonderful small retro set by Schminke, this vintage edition of the colors. This is 8 pounds and must thank you Momarte that sent this to me to swatch it and film it for supporting my channel. So thanks a lot Momarte. And today I'm swatching it. The unboxing is already done. I'm showing you the footage and I will put the link to the video, the unboxing video in the description box. Today, what I want to show you is the colors, possible mixes, and above all, a sketch. A sketch that for me is the best way to test new paints on the road. The first time I use a new paint, it can be a very complicated, sophisticated sketch. I need to paint a very simple, basic sketch because I'm not familiar with the paint, but it's the best way to understand the potential of a small set like this. It's wonderful, so my sense of aesthetic is completely fulfilled. Let's see how it performs. I think being Schminke, I will perform beautifully. Let's go on, let's dive in. I'm unboxing it. Every pan you see is has the beautiful retro look of the old Schminke paint. And let me just unwrap this and I'll be back. Okay, so it was not, it is probably the old-fashioned way to keep pans in place. It's slightly less practical than the modern way because there are these two clips that are really snuggle. So they're a bit tight, but I succeeded in doing it. And now let's go to swatch our pens. So the first color is Chromium Yellow Hue Lemon. You know that Chromium Yellow was very much used from old masters, especially Turner, but it was quite toxic, so it's replaced by a hue. It's a very clean lemon yellow. Now, lemon yellow is not a yellow that I really like, but it's very useful for mixes and in sky, for instance. Okay, it's a very light yellow. It should be very transparent, which is not so usual for a yellow, so very useful in mixes because I don't think you get a muddy result, but very clean result. Vermilion. Vermilion is a light red, very useful in portrait for me. This is an alternative, metal-free alternative. Actually, it's PR255, which is spiral red. A red that I like very much and that I have in my portrait palette. Really nice red. Incredibly, as usual, Schminke is incredibly easy to re-wet and very pleasant to use. Ultramarine Finest, and here we have our 3 primaries. This is PB29 ultramarine, but I think it's a non-granulating variant. It says finest. They have the French ultramarine that is more granular, has a stronger granulation. This is not granulating, very little, very little. So we have the 3 primary, and we finish with a classic green, which is Viridian. Viridian, it's a soft, I keep it in my hand because it's very, very noisy. Viridian is very soft, granulating green. I never use it on its own, but I always have it in my palette. It's a great mixing color. Should be slightly granulating, very soft. It's cool like Sailor Green, PG7, but PG18, genuine Viridian is much softer. Yellow Ochre. Actually, this is Yellow Raw Ochre, which should be a more yellowish, transparent version compared to standard Yellow Ochre. And it is very beautiful. I like yellow ochres when they are more transparent and more yellowish. This is really beautiful, really beautiful. Very, very transparent, not dark. This could become my standard, my go-to yellow ochre. Then Raw Amber. Raw Amber, this is a yellowish version of Raw Amber. Raw Amber has incredible variation from one brand to the other. And this is very warm, very yellowish version, almost a raw sienna. Some raw siennas are more in this spectrum than closer to yellow ochre as it should be. And this is PBR7 and yellow ochre PY43, because many raw ambers are just PBR7, and this has yellow ochre. That's why it's so yellowish. Then I have English Venetian Red, which is a color that it has taken me a while to appreciate because it is so opaque. This is absolutely wonderful. But it's very versatile actually, because in light wash it's great for portraits, lips for instance, landscape, bricks. It's a warm red. You can use it as a warm primary red. This is very orangey, this one, and it's wonderful, wonderful. And then I have this Schminke Payne's Grey, which is not the bluish Payne Grey that they also offer and that it is more common. This is red, blue and black, PR101, PB29 and PBK7, and it is like a sort of neutral tint, a cooler version of neutral tint. Doesn't have the bluish undertone of the more bluish Payne's Grey. So I think that you can use this to darken the other colors. Basically a neutral tint, maybe more on the cool side. Let me just, I see a cauliflower here. Let me just try to see if I can get rid of this. Yes, it's very, very, very forgiving. Same with ultramarine. We let this dry and we try a sketch just to see how this color can mix. And if we have time, we can also try a mixing grill. some mixes. £8.5. Okay, so this is my little Schminke Vintage Retro Set, and these are the swatches that are completely dry. The first first row is very classic, primary yellow, primary red, primary blue, and a classic green, almost if it existed, I don't know if we can say so, but primary green. And then the earths are a bit redundant because there are two earth yellows, like yellow raw ochre and raw amber, which are not so different. There is no burnt sienna, no burnt amber. The Payne's grey is almost a neutral tint, which is okay, and the English Venetian red, which is more difficult to use than a burnt amber or a burnt sienna. But sienna, really, I think I miss it in this set. However, although I wouldn't have picked these colors specifically, I think that once you use them, you can really create a wide range of colors and hues. The colors themselves are the usual Schminke super high quality, light, fast, single pigments. They're almost all single pigments, except for the raw amber and the Payne's grey. This is two pigments, but basically there are two versions of the same pigments. So they're very easily mixable. Let's see the sketch, if it is true. The first time I use a paint, I want to make a very, very simple sketch, a small format, just to get used to it. My favorite type of sketch for this type of advanced swatching is a spontaneous landscape, where I can freely mix colors without a reference image, just from my imagination. And so I can really play with paint as I want and try to understand what type of result I can use. I have, although I only have Viridian, you see that I could easily obtain some muted green with plenty of different green shades, beautiful burnt browns. I even tried to obtain a cerulean. I'm not sure that you can see it on screen, by mixing ultramarine with a touch of Viridian. This was meant to be a cerulean, and really, really pleasant to use. I think that working with a limited palette without the colors that you would have picked on your own really forces you to improve your mixing skills without unexpected mixes. It's like, I don't know if you ski, but when you learn how to ski, if you ski with bad weather like fog or snow, that's where you really improve your skiing skills, because you make skills leaps. It's there where it's easy to ski with perfect snow and sunshine. Same, if you have the ideal palette, it would be easy, but when you have high quality paint with some limits in the range, it's where you really have to use your skills at your best, and you can really improve. So I'm really pleased with this choice of colors, because it has given some unexpected results. I obtained some turquoise, some almost ceruleans. I'm really pleased that the red is opaque enough for this little effect. This little set has a wonderful box, wonderful quality. It's not a must-have, but it's a joy for the eyes, and also it's a lot of fun to play with. So it is definitely approved. As per the mixes, I hate doing mixing charts. Maybe it shows, it's not even perfectly dry, because it's long, tedious work. I don't have much time in my life because I work and I do plenty of things besides painting. I also knit, as you can see. This is a sweater that I knitted myself. I love Fair Isle. I just played with colors. I'm not very good at mixing charts, but just to understand the variety of hues and values and tones that you can obtain with this little fantastic set. It's definitely approved. I loved it. I don't know what you think about Schminke. What do you think of such a different set? Is it worth the price just because of because the paint are the usual standard paint from Schminke, just in a different packaging that re-wets instantly, but the box is so pretty, and the colors are so beautiful that I'm sure that if you want to buy something different, something fun, this set is adorable. It's a jewel for collectors, and I really suggest you to use these small sets because it forces you to use your brain. Last but not least, just because they are the standard Schminke paints, once it's finished, you can refill it with other colors, so no need to buy these retro colors. I really had fun, and I'm waiting for your comment, hoping that it was a nice video. Like and subscribe, and above all, I'm waiting for your comments. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao from Elisabetta. Ciao.